I've had a lot of people say that they have trouble using a boat shuttle with a rigid heddle. And I was thinking about it and looking at my technique and just how I use a boat shuttle, because I love my boat shuttle. So the first thing I want you to know is that my tension is really high. So I really get it as high as I possibly can. So there's, you could almost bounce a quarter off of this. The next thing I do is actually how I throw the boat shuttle. So I'm using the shacked open bottom here. This one is great for plain weave. It's okay with pickup sticks, but it's better with plain weave. And so I have a plain weave project on here, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about technique. The first thing I want to make sure is that when I have my sheds, all my yarns are actually at the bottom of the slots in my up shed. And then the down shed's usually fine because those holes are good and tight because my tension is so high. So in my up shed here, I'm going to, when I send my shuttle through, look at all the clutter in the background there. This is how I work. In the background, you'll see the shuttle here. I've got it slightly up on an angle. When I send it through, I'm going to send it so that it sort of travels like this across the loom in the shed. So that I start it on an upward trajectory, and it's slightly, I know you can't really see this, but there's flat. I've got it slightly tilted up when it's going in. That way this tip is not going to get caught on any of the ends that might be a little bit higher than they should be. So let's just send it through here. So upward trajectory and across. Now this is the point where I check, and I can check to make sure everything is where it should be by lifting up that thread. Now I know this is really slow and you're like, why would I do this instead of a boat shuttle, or instead of a stick shuttle? But honestly, you just do it without really thinking about it after a while. So that down shed again, no problem. I don't even really need to check there. I know my down shed's going to be fine. Let's try another up shed here. I'm actually hoping that I get a thread caught because then I can show you. But look at that, no thread caught again. So now I've switched sheds. So again, I'm doing a slightly upward trajectory, and it's curving across the loom. I'm using 2/8 cotton and a 12 dent reed here, so that does help. If you're using a stretchy wool on, say, a 7.5 or a 5 dent, you might have some troubles. So again, that upward trajectory, the shuttle is pointed just slightly upwards and it arcs across the shed. So there's how I use my boat shuttle. Hopefully this is going to help you when you try and learn to love your boat shuttle. All right, so I have a mistake here. I'm not sure that you can actually see it, but let's zoom right in and see if we can. Right here, you can see there's threads that are being pulled up when I pull that weft up. That's because the weft has gone under them instead of over them. So that means I need to send my boat shuttle back through the shed underneath those threads that it was supposed to go over and back out. So I can do that by sending my shuttle through. I can hold this up and just send it through. If you have trouble with that, I have a pickup stick here. I can hold those threads up. I can send my pickup through. And if I flip that on edge, I've got everything held in place and a nice tight shed so that I can then just send my boat shuttle through and it will come under those picked up threads and I have no tangle. So that's how you fix it when your boat shuttle doesn't go under all the right threads.